Testing, testing. Alright, I'm back. Let's play this game. Let's play this game. Back for part 2. Asking for time again? Why? 5:15. Hang on, hang on. Can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you boot up the game. Wait, why does that matter? A lot of people don't take the step seriously, they just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. What if I just did that? That's how you need to care about this experience, you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. I'll make you a deal. Next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Okay. Thank you. Alright. Which other ending should I go for? Welcome back, quit the game, then start again? Yeah, I'm trying to do the input thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It is a certain computer I'm looking for. Dang it. I have to really remember all the routes. Oh yeah, I want to try going to the escalator? No, elevator to go down.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
down the
of his
elevator?
co-workers.
In the manager room, or jump down into the bridge. New content. Hello? I'm curious. New content. I'll come back here later. That's funny, just straight up told you new content. Okay. 4B3. Wait, but I want to go to the computer though. There's no computer for me to click on? My own computer? Alright, let's skip the new content. I'm sure it's gonna be there next. I'm gonna go the regular way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll go right. I can go down that little thing. Yeah, okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'll do it next time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Okay, this one I have to precisely fall down.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Wow.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Danger everywhere.
Look, let me prove it.
How?
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Sure. What's a B? I remember in the clock, there was like 4 clocks. There was 1, 2, B, and then 4. And each clock at a different time.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I'll follow you this time.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Is this a square room? Ooh. Whoa, where am I?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What ending is this?
Here.
Whoa.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Alright. What happens if you stay here? It surrounds us. There's a door in front of us. Okay, let's wait for it to go all the way up. And have the black circle close. Oh, there's like rainbows around us. The heck is this room?
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
What if I just stay here? Will anything happen if I just stay here? Okay, let's go. Leave. What's with these walls now?
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Is he trapped too? What the heck happened?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Or I can just end it. Does it reset narrator too? Or is he just trapped here constantly? Bye.
No!
Jeez.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
Go again.
Now, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
You must know.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Am I slower now?
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
I feel sorry for the
Am I
narrator.
reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I think I'm walking slower. Sorry, narrator. What? If this jump doesn't do anything, walk back to the other room. Let's see what happens.
Is it
Yeah.
over?
5
It's gonna
times or 3
restart,
times.
isn't it? I'm going back.
That was brutal. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Look for the right computer. Again? Let's start over? Dang it, dude. I'll come to new content later. This time I'll go through the blue door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Alright, try this again.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
What's the point of ducking?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Need a key card.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked
That's good.
through the red door.
That's really good.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Whoa.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires.
A game against the developer.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Okay.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, wow. The leaderboard. These real people. This is you. Is that actually my playtime? Oh, is that actually my playtime? That's cool. Oh, it's not my playtime. Lying to me. 7 hours. Which door now? Left door. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Sure. 4.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
What's going on?
In this game,
how's our baby?
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
It's actually fire.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
What if they actually see what happens if you use it for 4 hours? My earphones off because it's really annoying. Alright, let's let it die.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
What game?
What do we have here?
Why is it so petty?
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What game is this? What the hell?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our
Oh,
backstory?
Firewatch.
What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent...
Is that not a real game? That's Firewatch. Firewatch. Yeah. Are they cool with each other? Firewatch and this company?
Civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
This is $1 on Steam right now. We're legit playing Firewatch. Oh my god, we're playing Firewatch. This is a completely different game. How did we get here? Dude. The game's really funny. It's like Portal 2 levels of funny, but meta.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Huh. Come on. Let me exit some spam. It's a legit different game.
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No, no. Let me explore.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
What game is this now?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
This is Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
We're Rocket
Just
League.
a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Don't tell me there's gonna be a bunch of cars coming out of nowhere.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh crap, it's an actual ball. I wonder if they like use the actual game's assets. Can I push it around? Oh my god. Let me get into the orange goal. I'm back here.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
It is.
Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls! Hold on. What are you doing?
Whoa, did I just break it? Whoa, I just broke it.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't
Whoa.
help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
That's so cool. Oh crap. I'm just falling deeper and deeper. Whoa. This is scary now. What the hell? It's really lonely without the narrator. Dude, I'm scared. What the hell? This can't be a horror game. This is like reminding me of Inscription. Where am I? Oh, light. What's computer's here? Hello? Actual computers. Whoa. What the hell? Am I working here? Whoa.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends,
I want to keep
after
exploring.
it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That's very ominous. I'm curious to see what happens. No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Be back
missed a
there.
memo.
Can you play this 5 times in a row to get all the inputs in? Your contact come back for you later.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going down the elevator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Go upstairs first. How long does this go? Did it stop because I pressed it? No. Again. Sure there's something here. Go down instead. Take me anywhere. Try again. Just leave it alone. Bum, 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 bum. I wonder how long this goes for. Very curious. Oh, they're actually moving anywhere. Let's just stay. I just picked it up. Information from the Oversight Committee. Short history of the relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary. Yeah, this is too long. I went backwards. I was just stuck doing the normal gameplay playthrough. I mean, the more, yeah, this was already here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments.
Let me do this one normal playthrough, see if I miss anything. Because otherwise I'll just reset this thing.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. I'll press up.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered.
Give me all the endings, please.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I skip again? I just go here. Oh shoot, it fell off.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the
that's an
Mind
actual...
Control Facility.
Okay.
Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
It was actually a bug.
You all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value.
That better
of
be an
updates.
achievement.
Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track Good job you've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
Thank you.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
Just making fun of us at this point.
Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. And I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Yay. Alright. What learning can I do?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think I have to get 5 endings in a row. Computer it. You contact, come back for you later. I should just do it now, huh? I should do it now.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I opened it too far. Close this door. Hello? Should have got an achievement for that ending.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Hello?
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022
9 years later?
with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
What's going on?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special.
Oh, this is
yet, but I'm sure
the
it's
DLC,
just the beginning of
essentially?
a mesmerizing adventure.
We're moving? Am I just imprisoned?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The jump circle. I can jump?
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Oh, crap. Oh, I can't jump anywhere else but the circle. Alright, let's do it. It gave me the ability to jump 35 times, and that's it. No more. No. Thanks for the jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base
It's so good.
rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I wonder if it just keeps going. It's different. Hello? Okay, that's a picture of the old level I was in. Whoa.
Stanley,
I can crouch.
come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Let's go here. Oh, this is the regular room. This door. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that vent. I wanna go back to that input thing. What happens if I reach 5? Oh, that was it. I'm sorry. Okay. What else can I do? What else can I do? What other ending can I do?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
One took me to that. Try to think. Pick up the phone. Don't pick up the phone. Okay, jump down. I did that. Go left, yeah. No, actually. Go left. What else can I do?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. I go down to the escape again. What is this elevator? Like, it did nothing. Besides play music.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad,
Thank
Stanley
you,
pushes
yeah.
some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Yeah. We do the escape route, or we have to go right and then go take the first door left. That.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Close this, huh?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
boxes are
reduced
green.
to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
528 The
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Am I just stuck here?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Look over
or
here.
content. Walking,
This is a
eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, there's some button combination. What's the bitch beat again, like normal? Oh, I can.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On or off? On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Oh, God.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Yeah.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb
Doors
goes
open.
off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers
There's a
are?
button. There's a button thing. 0142011.
Moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Where's Zero?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Wait, what happens?
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Wait, the
But
door's
I'm
open.
sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Okay, 3.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at
Where's
you.
0? There's 5.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is
Dude,
not
this
challenge,
guy is so
it's a
menacing.
tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to strike. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say,
Jeez. Alright. We actually go to the vet now?
Psst, Stanley, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made? Oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
Okay. This new content? How big is this content?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something
hell is
special
this?
and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Hello?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Game is so interesting.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley
second.
Parable was? Before it was sullied with a cheap re-release. Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Puzzle. Oh, this is all the awards I won. BAFTA? You won a BAFTA? The Last of Us? No, it didn't win. It was The Last of Us. Story. Okay. Forget. Is this a Steam page? Hilarious. In Russian? Just card my first kiss. The release of Stanley Parable. 2013, that's funny. Is that the narrator's face? Firefox. Wow. There's hints? Why are you using actual companies and brand names in this? Again, alright. Not because it happened. What was a CD? First $1. Wow. Demonstration. Don't play for 5 years. Was nominated? Okay. Nominated for debut game. Nominated. He didn't win anything, but was nominated. That's when that girl found me. LA Times, sure thing. Larry Stanley. Oh, is this Little Stanley? Is that a hamster? Did it die? Sorry about Little Stanley. Who's singing?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
It's just name-dropping actual games.
And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
There you go. The 2 doors. On the Mac. Okay. The red and blue doors up there. These clues. Can't do literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay, I can't go through here. The serious room? Like 13. Okay.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
All right.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Steam?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh God. Not recommend. These actual users?
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh my God, where are we?
Okay, let's see what this one's.
Not recommend.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers
Game
non-linear
cameo.
games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
Preachy.
I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
Noodle
This is actually
chef.
quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh, dear.
Okay, dude.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
The skip button.
I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's
What the hell is
always been
happening?
my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this.
Is that a real
and
user?
whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine...
Okay, next.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should
Bro's gone.
say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door.
How long does this guy go for?
Window or something like that? Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
Right.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again.
12
it's been
hours.
12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one
What
of
if I
those
just
walls 1,000
skip
times,
into the future?
and there's no door, Stanley.
And then things just
There's
degrade.
No door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
How many days has it been?
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
You start for this
Me
guy.
just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving.
Right.
It was...
How long has it been now?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year.
It's been a
Have
year?
you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single
The
instant.
clock stopped working.
In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich,
Okay.
well-spoken...
How far is it now? He gone? Hello? Hello? At what point does this become a horror game? I feel like you can jump straight into horror game if I wanted to. Alright. What's going on? That was it the whole time? What's that noise? A sliding noise.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Oh, he's back.
It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was...
Sorry, narrator. How many years has it been? Box on the ground. Still broken. Hello?
The end is never the end, 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 is
Alright, next. That puddle just gonna keep puddling? Yeah, that's my exit. The water. How did the clock fall? Yes, it fell down. How long has it been? Oh, light. Let me out. Please. Oh my god. It's gotta be at least like 100 years by now. Whoa. Lunch are gone. What's happening outside? Let me try to finish this up. Let's see what the ending this is. The sun outside. One of the buttons down. Oh, wait. What happened? I was just stuck frozen in place for this long. What happens if I press it one more time? It broke. Oh my god. Okay, let's explore. Now open world game. All right. I think I'll end it there. I'm curious to see what other endings are. Let's go back to the regular.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
That looks different. I'm gonna have to leave soon. Okay. Okay, new content. I'll come back here later. Alright, that was fun. I'm gonna stop and eat dinner. Peace out.